Welcome back, guys. My name is Ebony. This is what you need to know. My name is also Apollonia, by the way. For those of you who are wondering. Capricorn, I'm just pre-pulling an oracle card for you. Whoa. I knew you were going to get the weird message today. I don't know if I want that to be your only message, though. The storyteller, smoke and mirrors. Okay, so the channeled message I got, this has to do with work, Capricorn. Go figure. Go figure. Recently, and I have you in my chart, Capricorn. As a matter of fact, I'm a Capricorn moon. So, anyway, the scene image that I'm getting in my mind for you, Cap, is something about credit, or where credit is being given. The thing is, maybe you're dealing with Libra or connecting with Libra in some way. And it doesn't have to be the case. What I'm feeling, though, across the collective is this sense of what I thought I wanted isn't what I want anymore. What I thought I wanted isn't really what I want right now. Or a dream that I envisioned for myself that maybe even I gave up on. It's almost like it's coming forth again. Like, hey, come get me. I'm here now. I'm ready. And it's like, well, where were you 10 years ago when I needed you? You know? Where were you, 5 hours ago when I really needed you? You know? Something like that. It's an energy of, it's not that you don't want this thing or this dream of yours, because I think you very much do, but I don't think you want it in the way that it's being presented to you, Capricorn. And Libra, if you're connecting with Libra, it was about not cheating, not selling out, not selling your soul in order to achieve success, in order to achieve victory. There's something there still kind of tying in, and what's being presented isn't quite the truth. Maybe you see credit being given to someone else and not the person who actually deserves it. I think you see it, but what do you do? What can you do? Is it your place to even do or say anything? And do you care enough to really take action, or how does it really affect you? Does it stunt your growth in any way? Do you continue moving forward? I feel like you're asking yourself these kinds of questions. And I don't know exactly how this relates to you directly. This could just kind of be in your vicinity. But I think you're seeing an issue. And why it bothers you is because you know you were placed in a certain situation to be a witness of something, right? You were placed in a scenario, in a circumstance, in an environment, in a relationship. You were placed in an environment where you don't know why you were called to be in this place at this time, on this day, with this person, or with these people, but you were there. You were there. And you know something about your energy is that when you're called to be in a certain place, in a certain setting, there's a reason. There's always a reason, Capricorn. Even if you don't know what it is. Sometimes you are there just to be a witness. just because the divine is using you to judge people's actions, or just to see what they're going to do in a situation. There's that. That's the beautiful part of Saturn that I actually love. Because you don't really have to. People are ultimately going to choose for themselves. You're just there to present the option, you know? It's really, really interesting energy, Capricorn. Oh yeah. I forgot to mention, we are divining this week through MC Escher's artwork. Let's have a look at the painting and then we'll draw, or the drawing I should say, and then we'll pull tarot for the chakras, see where you are, Capricorn. I'm really focused on the eyes for some reason. I feel like you see the truth. It's in the eyes. Truth is in the eyes. It could also be something that maybe people are seeing, literally. The eyes are the windows to the soul, but also remember the eyes are the all-seeing eyes, and it's our vision. It's something that people are watching. They're open, they're transfixed, they're not blinking, they're not moving, they're watching it over and over and over. Maybe you're watching something over and over and over again, or you're transfixed on this thing or this person, or you're doing this repetitious thing again and again and again. You can't stop watching this thing, whatever it is. Tower, you can't stop viewing this thing, analyzing this thing over and over and over again. Ooh. Oh, Capricorn, I just heard. 'Cause it's all in my head, I think about it over and over again. I keep picturing you again. Oh God. Oh Lord. Someone wondering, maybe you came across some evidence. Anyway. And I can't shake it, I can't take it. 'Cause it's all in my head. Yeah, you keep thinking about it over and over again, Capricorn. Or these people, or this person keeps thinking about you over and over and over again. And they don't know why. They just can't get you out. Can't get you off my mind. I can't stop thinking. And maybe the eyes, again, this window to the soul, maybe your truth was revealed and they can't get it out of their mind. No. They can't stop seeing you in their mind. Maybe that's how you're going to feel when you see this person as well. It doesn't have to be negative. But we do have smoke and mirrors here. This is some mirror reflection was clouded for a while and you weren't seeing the truth about it. But now, be careful. Be careful. Because you're going to see it now. You're going to see it. Oh. Well, they're going to see you. Clearly. Alright, Cat. What are we dealing with? Show me clearly, please. For Capricorn. 'Cause it's all in my head. I think about it over and over again. Magician. Are we seeing some trickery? Are we seeing an illusion painted before us? Again, you're seeing credit not being given where it's due. Credit not being given where it's due, Capricorn. And it's almost like the smoke and mirrors too is everyone's perception of the thing is clouded right now. No one really knows the truth. You do. You were there. You saw it. Oh, but that was your last message. If you weren't there, did it happen? Got it, Capricorn. That was your last message. If you weren't there, did it happen? Were you not there? Did you not see this thing happen? I feel like you did. But that's the philosophical question you were asking in your last reading. If a tree falls in the forest, but no one's around to hear it, did it happen? Were you there? Someone has a truth. Someone has a truth, Capricorn, or a truth about a situation. It's kind of like I'm hearing there's your truth, there's their truth, and then there's the objective truth, right? Get into muddy, tricky water sometimes with all that. Okay, Six of Cups. You feel good, though. At the root chakra, this issue stems from the past. Renewed enthusiasm. And if you're worried about finances for any reason, that's going to get better, too. If this is love, reunions, life improves, old friends and family. Some of you could be traveling. Literally traveling or walking away or returning. Yeah, you're returning. Eight of Cups in reverse. From something that was very unsatisfying, but this Eight of Cups feels a little different to me. And I know that because I've been channeling it all day today. This Eight of Cups feels like I'm walking away from a situation that I used to love or that used to bring me joy, but I don't see it the same way anymore. Or again, the way that it's being presented to me isn't the way that I want it. It's something like that, Capricorn. The way something's coming to you isn't the way that you're not so quick to just jump at the opportunities now that they're here. And if someone's trying to make you jump at an opportunity because they're now ready to give it to you, I don't feel like you're just so eager to hop to, if you know what I mean. I feel like you're going to be like, okay, well, that's nice that you all of a sudden are ready to commit or go about this job or whatever. I mean, it's nice that you're ready, but you weren't ready 6 months ago when I was, again. But now you want me to hop to, like, huh. It's like, hey Capricorn, remember that thing you always wanted in the past? It's coming up for you. You still want it? Because, oh yeah. Let me not get ahead of myself, Capricorn. I forgot. We're doing this a certain way. Okay. Nine of Swords at the sacral. Eee. It does bring you a level of stress and anxiety, worrying about this thing. Worrying about, and that's the problem, is you worried about it so long, Capricorn. You stress over this thing for so long that that worry became your point of attraction instead of love. It was hard to even want this desire of yours anymore because of how your emotions changed about it, because of how your mind changed about it. What did you have to do to attain it? Are you attaining it the right way? Is it coming the way where's your integrity in this? Also, Nine of Swords for me these days is a foretelling, so it's saying portends something off in the future for you. At the sacral, though, could definitely be about a relationship. You're worried that this thing or this person may not be the dream you thought it was. There's that. Or that you might not get it back. If this is the other person, reverse the roles as you see fit. Someone's worried here that this thing that they wanted, that they desired in the past, it can't come back. Sometimes you have to let things go. You have to let it die. I just want to know emotionally where you are. So, because I think some of you you've been through your shit, Capricorn. You sure have. You've been through it, honey. But I think some of you are also at a choice point where you're okay to let this thing go. That's just not what you thought it was, There's that. And those choices, Capricorn, I know you. If you're not going to invest your time, energy, or work specifically into anything that's not going to work for you. And but it's almost like too little too late. Someone wants to offer you too little or too late, you know? They want to offer to you now when they're ready to, instead of back when you really needed them to, you know? What's good? What good is it to you now? What good is it to you now? What can you do with it now? Solar. Wow. Sun at the solar plexus. I like to see that. But though, again, that's what we understand. This is what we understand. This is the higher vision. Someone could be literally traveling, or this could be a child. Could be dealing with a Leo. It's saying at your core, yeah, Capricorn, I'm happy. You should be happy too. And this thing you were worried about, maybe don't. And maybe Capricorn, I don't think this is about anybody else now. All of a sudden, I just get the image that you've put those lessons of others in the past. This is about you and you. This is about you and your willingness and your willpower and your drive to move forward. Bunk these people, or bunk this person who didn't take the chance on you in the past. You're doing it for yourself, and I think you know that. You've been knowing that, and you've been doing that. And you need to not feel stressed out over the bad, poor choices that others chose not to make. You managed to let go of those opportunities. They were failed opportunities in the past. You acknowledge that. And guys, good on you. And you deserve all the flowers and deserve all the pat on the back, because it ain't easy to walk away from your dreams when you've put that much time and effort into them or wanting them. But when you do finally let go, because you know it's not what you thought it was, and you accept that, I feel like the divine wants you to know Sagittarius just got something about a trust fall. The instant you let go, they're going to be there to catch you. So just let go so that you can move forward. For someone, this could even be about a loss. So I did just mention Sagittarius, but the instant you let go, the universe wants you to know they've got you. They've got you. It's safe for you to let go now. Ooh, that came in hard. Sorry. That's a deep message for somebody. You didn't feel safe to let go. But it is okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. At the heart. The lovers. Gemini energy. This is no ordinary love, Capricorn. And you made the choice, by the way. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Sorry, Capricorn. Capricorn, I feel like you had to pause there was such a long pause. Such a long pause between you and this person, or you and this desire. It is coming in for you. This person chose you. This person chooses you. Capricorn, you're about to be in a serious connection. With someone new, I should have called it. With someone new. And honestly, maybe this someone new is simply this new version of you. This someone new is this new version of you. You're about to have a breakthrough. Yes, at the throat. You're speaking clearly. You went from worry of the past, closing off this cycle, to embracing the moment you did that, Capricorn. You embrace this whole new cycle of new, if you need to know. You're ready to heal. You're ready to cut a cord. You're ready to cut ties. You're ready, Capricorn, to begin. Wow. You're ready to begin, Capricorn. Embrace the moon. Embracing the moon. We have the sun and the moon in your energy at the brow chakra, at the brow. Listen to your intuition regarding your work and your projects. The moon is going to lead you right. You may need to wear moonstone, Capricorn. Moonstone might be prevalent to you at this time. Moonstone. You need to trust yourself. Everything that you kept hidden, everything, it's not secret. There's no such thing as secrecy. It's called privacy. Okay? There's a difference, and I think you can value that. That the things you're cultivating, the ideas you're working on, the stories you're writing, scripts, novels, movies, whatever you're working on, essays, okay, papers, doctorates, whatever you're doing, this is your work. You understand? This is your life's work. You know? You have every right to keep and this is your journey. Like, that doesn't have to be shared with the world immediately, and not everyone deserves access. That level of access to you, or to your private thoughts, or to your mind. That's yours, you know? Value that part of yourself. Cherish that part of yourself. Nurture that part of yourself. Don't feel like you got to go out there and share every bit of yourself with everyone, and many of you don't. I know you don't. Okay, you're Capricorns. I know you know this lesson very well, but every once in a while, you know, it's got to be said for somebody who just needs to hear it. You can trust yourself. You know what you're doing. And I feel like you've got good company around you, because they're not the ones that are going to try to force themselves on you to obtain the knowledge that you have, or to know what you're doing, or to find out what you're doing, or going through random people to find out what you're doing, and gossip and all that. Those authentic ones are going to have stuff that they're doing as well, more than likely, and they're just going to pursue their own thing as heavily and as hard as you're going to pursue what you're doing, you know? And when you have creators like that who come together and create something beautiful, whether it's a project or a family or whatever the case may be, well, I mean, that's a match made in heaven. Those are the kinds of relationships that last in this life, in this world. Those are the kinds of relationships you want. Frankly. Yeah. Eight of Cups in reverse, like we saw earlier. Now the return happens. A return from the past. In the Crown. But again, cut your losses and conserve. I feel like that's what you did. In reverse, you're making your way back. You've been on this long journey. You let go. Wow. Capricorn, I feel like others are just now getting to the others are just now approaching the destinations that you have already left behind, that you already got your lessons from. Others are just now approaching. Not that you need to care. Again, the comparison isn't there, but I get the feeling that where you're going, Capricorn, and I know I've probably channeled this already, but not everyone can follow, obviously, because You're Capricorn. You scale the tallest mountains. Not many people can do that. I'm sorry. Not many people can go to the heights that you're prepared to go to, Capricorn, to achieve what you're willing to achieve. No one puts in the work like you do, maybe except for Virgo. Okay? No one strives harder than you do. Okay? No one pushes themselves to their limits and can keep going like you do. And when the time is right, you always find your way home, Capricorn. Home to you, first and foremost. Absolutely. Hermit. You've been on a hermit's journey, a hermit's quest. And what does a hermit do? He scales to the tallest mountain and he shines the star, the light of the star, back down at the world to see what he needs to see, or to see what he missed, or sometimes merely just to reflect and ponder his own light and just look at himself and connect with himself. And maybe some of you need to do that. You need to go quiet. A lot of 9 in your energy, by the way. A lot of 9. 3 of Swords. That's not your problem, Capricorn. The moment you let go of that, soon's better. That's temporary. Pain, of course there's pain. Pain is temporary. Push through it. Yank that band-aid off. Libra energy with the 3 of Swords. Advice for Capricorn? Looks like you're going to be making some money here and spending on the things that you love to do and that you love to cultivate with the Knight of Cups here. If that also, you could be receiving messages from a loved one or a love interest, by the way. Something about music, getting music. This person could be a musician. You could be a musician. Seven of Cups. Examine your choices, examine your options, but also be careful about the first offer you receive. Remember, there's something about an offer that you're now receiving, finally, doesn't quite look as good as it did in the past. The way that it's something about the way that it's being presented to you. And that was another channeled message for you, Capricorn. It's not what you say, it's how you say it, right? There's something about not so much the words that you're using, but how you're using the words, how you're emoting it. Where's your soul in this? Do you show vulnerability? Are you capable of it? How much does this really mean to you? How bad do you really want it? How do you want it to? How do you feel? Coming up the cash can living in the past lane now. Tupac. I think he was a Gemini. How do you want it to? How do you feel? Something about maybe you live on the West Coast. How do you want it, Capricorn? How do you feel? I know that was a channeled message for you on my other channel. Huh. Is that it for Capricorn? Seven of Pentacles. Starting to see gains. Don't give up. Don't give up on you, Capricorn. Don't give up on you. I feel the need to say that. 7 energy here. A lot of 7s. 9s and 7s, and you definitely could be seeing those numbers. And a 3 of Swords. I don't like that to be your end message, but again, mindful of the smoke and mirrors, because that was your original message. Alright, Spirit, what did you try to tell us in this whole reading? Because I feel like you're trying to figure it out, and that 7 of Cups is your smoke and mirrors. Also careful of getting drugs, kind of alcohol. Watch the drinks, partying, bars, things like that. There's a lot of cups here. You know what I mean? A lot of cups here. And not necessarily the good ones. I think some of you are walking away. Or maybe you act out in certain situations where you try to have fun, and maybe you haven't done these things in a while, but you went in and you kind of overdid it, or you overindulged in something, maybe a little bit too much. And you know that when you do, you tend to make poor decisions, poor choices. So, yeah, there's that. Okay. Seeing through the lens of past conditioning, the inability to recognize the truth of what is being offered. I know we're on to something here, okay? Healing from misguided perceptions. Moving beyond the illusion of separation, being accountable for your biases and the way you view the world. Okay. We're actually built to view the world inaccurately. Our five senses tell us we are separate from one another. We are conditioned to see time as linear. This creates a consciousness of delineation, separation, and finality. We have an innate fear that what we see is all there is. Although we know deep down there is more, we are suspicious of it. Our fear of death results from this kind of perception. The entire world is a construct of smoke and mirrors, and our job is to discover the truth that lies beyond the illusion. Discovering at the frontiers of science along with what the ancients have known. At the atomic level, we are blinking lights and empty space. Consciousness is fundamental. Time can be bent, and we are all eternal. Ask yourself if what you see is really just what you're looking for. What do you sense beyond your intellectual assessment of what is? Can you drop into your heart and soul and call for a vision? Literally a vision. Some of you are about to receive a vision at the Ace of Swords. Can you call for a vision, a feeling, an awareness of something true and authentic? Every day, remind yourself that you are intrinsically connected to all life. The universe needs you to learn about it. You have within you extraordinary magic with which to co-create life beyond your wildest expectations. Today, trust your inner voice, or the inner voice, that reminds you that you truly will find what you seek and more, even if outer conditions appear to challenge that. It's all smoke and mirrors. Things are not always exactly as they seem. So, even if it appears that nothing is going your way right now, or it appears that you're getting nowhere with a situation or a project or a venture, drop into your heart for a sign of clarity, just for you. I'm getting something about you not really believing in this. Maybe that's why you're the fallen angel. It's like you... The truth is you believe in it so much it's scary. Ooh. The truth of your own divinity is so frightening because it's so real. And I think you probably know that the best of all, Capricorn. Capricorn. I'm leaving your message right there. I hope there was one for you. I love you guys so much. If something resonated here with you, or you want to join the tribe, the Apollonia tribe, I am happy to have you, and I hope you will. Drop me a comment, like the video please, over here, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Capricorn.